And welcome back. And today we're going to talk about trenching. A lot of people want to put in a small trench, possibly to put a gas line in, maybe a water line, putting in a new pool, and you want to run your gas line for your heater, electrical to the house. Also, there's invisible fencing. You could use this or other type of trenching equipment that we have. But specifically, this one right here is a 4-inch wide slot up to 2 feet deep. So you can adjust it at any depth, but you're standard and you can't change the 4 inches wide. And so gas lines, power lines, ideal for this piece of equipment. Now, it's all power. You don't try and muscle this. What happens here is it's going to dig a trench 4 inches wide. This auger on the side of the machine is going to pile the dirt into a nice little pyramid on the side. So it's really nice to backfill. You know, it's crumbly soil to backfill with, not chunks as if you were using a shovel or digging with an excavator. So it gives you a nice finish when you want to put your soil back in. Now, you can freewheel this machine, as I can freewheel it around right now. But when you're using it, you lock the wheels. And this pin down here by the wheel can be turned. Probably hear a click, it falls into a slot. And then when you power the wheels, this pin will go into a hub and it'll have traction. You must use this when you're loading the piece of equipment, either on ramps into a pickup truck or on a trailer. Otherwise, you can go up your ramp and the thing can swing on you either side if you're only driving with one wheel. So make sure you drive with both wheels. They both have a pin on either side. So for trenching, you're going to have the pins in. Now what you do here is you take the machine over to your spot where you're going to dig, and you go backwards. So if I want to do it, say the spot is right at the end of that boom, we're going to have the machine pointed there. We're going to start the machine. We'll go through it first, and maybe I'll start it and go through it a bit here. But we'll go to that point. You'll start the machine. You'll bring your boom down into the cut, down to the depth you want, and then you'll start going backwards. Straight line's the best. You can do very slight curves, but you got to remember you have that boom down in the ground, so you can't be twisting it and trying to do sharp turns. Straight cuts are the best, and then maybe turn it and do another straight cut to maybe create a bend that you're trying to do. Now, you'll start your engine like we've shown in several videos, but on this one it has a on-off up here on the console. So you're going to have to turn this on first. You're going to have to choke your unit, give it a pull, get your choke off, which is down here in the bottom, down by the controls, or for the carburetor. And then you're going to increase the engine speed, which is right here. You only trench at full speed, not half speed. The engine is only running a pump. These are hydraulic driven, so if you don't have your engine speed up, you don't have any power. You've got to have the engine speed up to have the power to do the cutting, but also to do the driving. Now, this is the clutch lever here that's on the side. We call it a dead man switch. But with this up, things work. When you panic or something happens, you let that go, everything stops. The engine keeps running, but everything stops. Gives you a chance to regroup. Normally when you'd be trenching, you'd be having this arm up. You'd have your arm on your one hand on the boom. So as you're trenching, if you do hit something and the machine starts bouncing, like heavier roots than maybe it can cut through, maybe rocks, pieces of concrete, could be anything in the ground that you don't know about. Could be another pipeline. At least when it starts bouncing, you can right away get your boom up out of the cut. You can keep going and then just go back down in your cut again if it's not too long, of course, of an obstruction, and just keep going with your cutting and go back and take care of the obstruction later so that you can get your trench in. So the lever here on the side here is your forward and reverse. You will never trench with the machine at the maximum in either direction. Obviously you don't trench forward anyway. And just a point, don't try and reach under something and trench and go forward a little bit. What happens is the chain rolls off because it's going in the opposite direction that it should be. So when that happens, you're done trenching. We'd have to come and put it back on for you, and we know exactly what's happened. So we tell everybody, never trench forward, you only trench backwards. The nice thing about these hydraulic machines is you have another optional lever up here. and this makes the chain go forward or back. You don't use this for trenching, but say you pick up a rock and it gets jammed in the auger, you can easily put it in reverse and kick the rock back out. The manual machines, or machines without this option, of course, you get down there with a pry bar, crowbar, and you're trying to pry the rocks out. But this is a nice option. So simply, when you have your machine over there ready to trench, you're going to put your finger on this one lever, the digging chain lever. This one lever here, you push it up one finger, hold it there, pull up your clutch lever, and the chain will start turning. You'll see that in a moment when I start the machine. Then you put yourself into reverse and you move yourself backwards in your trenching. Okay, so we'll start it. I'm going to go through the progression. We'll just show you where my hands are as we're doing it, just for a short period of time. So the machine's on. We have the choke on. Choke off. Okay, we're going over to our job. So as you see, the process is very simple, but you must pay attention to which levers and don't rush it. If the engine's laboring or the tires are turning, you're going too fast. Another thing to never do is don't trench when it's muddy. Don't trench right after a rain, or maybe you can when it's on grass, and you go very slowly. If you're in a position where the tires are spinning and you can't get any traction because you're trying to pull this dirt out of the ground, the only thing you can do is do what we say is chop trench. And what I mean by that is you'll have the engine, you have the unit going, you'll go down, you'll trench, you'll come up, you'll move back a little bit, you'll go down, you'll come up, go back a little bit, down, go up, but at least you're not trying to have the machine pull the soil out of the ground and turn at the same time. Because once the tires spin, you're finished trenching, and especially on muddy areas or where we're standing water, that's not what the trencher's for. Give it up and do it on a better day. And I know the job's got to get done, but it'll get done another day. Okay, so that's it for this. So hopefully give you some good information that you can use if you rent this piece of equipment. And don't forget to subscribe.